Hello everyone, it's time for another In the Studio. Thanks for joining me today. In this one, I have a little example from a project I'm currently working on. So let's dive in. Here's a little groove that we'll be working with today. Okay, so that's what we got going on. We're going to focus in on this ARP here. So what I wanted to do here was add another layer of intensity to this arpeggio. Even when I open up the filter all the way, I felt that it wasn't quite enough. I really wanted to add another layer of intensity to this sound. So instead of layering in another sound on top of it, I like to try some parallel processing first. So what I did was set up a auxiliary track with a little distortion here. So we have the omega n, which is cranked all the way up, and then I'm focusing in on the upper mid frequencies. That's the only section that I want to distort. I don't really need or want any distortion in like the lower mid area. I just want to focus in on this frequency band to really help it cut through when I open up that filter. Now, there's plenty of plugins out there that allow you to do multi-band distortion, and they even will, some of them give you different distortion types, so you can apply different types of distortion or saturation to specific frequency bands. But I still like to do this on a auxiliary track and mix it in parallel, because it gives me some extra processing and creative options. For example, in this case, I pitched this distorted auxiliary track up 1 octave, and having it pitched up that 1 octave was perfect, because it allows it to kind of shimmer a bit, and it sits on top of the original ARP in a really nice way when it's blended in. And that's something that isn't usually available on a multi-band distortion plugin. So let's hear this auxiliary track soloed. I have it already kind of mixed in at a bass level, about 35% here. But then in the intense, climax of the track, I'll just crank that send level up, and that's what we're mixing in here. Just turn that, yeah. But that octave pitch up is really crucial in this particular example, and that's why I love to do parallel processing. So let's just hear this in action. I'm going to set it back to its base level. And again, this just gives me a nice extra layer of intensity that I can add into this arpeggio after the filter's already completely open. So let's see here. So you can kind of hear that in action there. It gives me a nice, like I said, a nice extra layer of intensity to really drive that sound home in the peak moments of the track. I'm already, thinking about the arrangement when I'm in this stage of the production, process here. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Hopefully you found that useful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.